Chapter 6. You don't have to drink soda to burp really loud, the guy in the internet video said. You don't? I've been doing it the hard way. First, you have to swallow lots of air, he said, and he started gulping air. I remembered seeing Eddie do this before each burp. That had to be it. I gulped air. It felt kind of weird, like something was stuck in my throat. Burp. The guy on the video let out a huge burp. It had to be at least 20 seconds long. Actually, it was kind of gross. Gulp, gulp. I kept gulping air. After a while, you will get good enough to talk through your burps, the internet burping whiz said. Let me demonstrate. He gulped lots of air and then burped the ABCs. Wow, he got all the way to the letter J. I kept gulping. You can also impress your friends with full sentences, he said, and gulped more air. Hello, how are you? He said through a long burp. Oh, this guy was awesome. Finally, I felt something funny in my throat. It felt like all the air was coming back up. Burp. I did it. It wasn't super long, but I finally did it. Now I just have to practice so I could burp really loud. I'd win the bet. Hey, Shrimp, Eddie said as he entered our room. I've seen that video. That guy's okay, I guess, he shrugged. Oh, he is more than okay. He is a burping professional, I said. He can burp the ABCs. You mean like this? Eddie gulped a few times and then he burped A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Eddie really was the master. The internet guy only got to J. Eddie got to P. I gulped some air and tried. A, B, C. Ha, not bad for a girl, Eddie teased. Oh, shut up, Eddie. I know your secret, and now I can master it too, I said. But can you master it by Friday? That's 2 days away. Maybe, but maybe not. You should be more worried about being nice to everyone in school before Friday. I don't have to be nice to everyone, just the people that I've been mean to in the past, Eddie said. I'm doing pretty good. Really? Yeah, I haven't taken any lunch money or scared anyone all week. That's not the same as being nice. That's just being normal. You haven't really done anything nice for anyone other than leave them alone. Eddie looked confused and a little nervous. Wait, so you're saying I have to do something nice for the people that I've been mean to? That's right. But how will I know who they are? What if I was mean to somebody once and then I forgot about it? Would I lose the bet if I didn't do something nice for that person? Yep. That could be the whole school, including teachers, I added. Including teachers? Eddie said, looking defeated. And the custodians, the principal, and secretary, I said smugly. For the first time, I thought I might actually win the bet. Crud, Eddie said. And the lunch ladies, too, I said. Oh, I am always nice to them. I'm their best customer. They love me, Eddie said slyly. What? I asked. Nothing at all, he answered, still smiling mischievously. I didn't trust that smile. He just figured something out. Why did I feel like I had just blown it again? Gulp, gulp. I gulped air as I rode on the bus. It was Thursday morning, and I was going to win the bet today. I was going to let loose the biggest burp Miss Waverly and my class had ever heard. The bus pulled up to the school and stopped. The brakes hissed loudly. A couple of girls were jumping rope. Eddie stopped to listen to their jump rope rhyme. I'd heard it before, but I didn't think Eddie had. If anything was going to make him mad, it was that particular song. Usually when girls sang this song, they would stop when they saw Eddie. This time they didn't. Maybe because he wasn't bullying anyone this week, and they weren't afraid. I stood next to Eddie because I wanted to see what would happen. Mean old Eddie loves his spaghetti, goes to sleep and wets his Betty. That's not funny, weighs a tawny. How many times can he take our money? 1, 2, 3, 4. Eddie nudged me in the ribs with his elbow. Hey, that's pretty funny and true, except for the part about wetting the bed. That is not funny at all, not even a little. Aren't you going to do something about it? I asked. No, not this week. Plus, they're little girls. What are they, first graders? Second graders? Come on, Josh. How big of a bully do you think I am? Do you really want me to answer that? Yeah, probably not, he said. Gulp, gulp. I walked down the hallway. I could feel the pressure building in my gut. Eddie looked worried as he entered the classroom. I diverted down the hallway to the restroom. I kept gulping air and checked my watch. 7:58, I murmured between gulps. 2 more minutes. I knew I had to wait until 8, so everyone was in the classroom. I didn't want to lose the bet because someone hadn't arrived at school on time. I had to gulp and burp in front of the whole class for it to count. It was 7:59, close enough. I walked into the classroom. I could barely hold the burp back. It felt like an air volcano was about to erupt out of my mouth. I walked through the door. Oh, wow. That was the best one I ever did. The class burst into laughter. A few kids even applauded. I looked at Eddie. He was laughing too. Why was he laughing? He just lost the bet. I turned to look at Miss Waverly. Busted. Aw, no, I said aloud. Oh, no is right, young man. A tall, witch-like creature cackled. It was old Miss Schneidendorf, the meanest substitute ever. Schneidendorf, I whispered before I realized I had said it out loud. You will be spending the day with me, she said. Torturous. Miss Schneidendorf was a legend. Everyone knew her plan. Each time she subbed, she picked a boy or a girl who was goofing off and used them as an example. They had to spend the entire day with her, even lunch. Usually it was Eddie, but not today. She pointed to a small student desk right next to Miss Waverly's desk. I walked over and caught Eddie's eye. He was smirking. Doesn't count, he mouthed. And I knew he was right. The rules were that I had to burp in front of the class and Miss Waverly. Kind of hard to do because Miss Waverly was absent. Perhaps I should mention your behavior to Mr. Duff, she added. Such a rude young man. When I was a full-time teacher, a child would have been paddled for such behavior. Oh, she was so old. I couldn't believe she used to paddle kids. I think that might be child abuse. The rest of the day was uneventful except for art class. We were drawing a still life. Mr. Cutler, our art teacher, had set up an arrangement of sports equipment on the table in the middle of the room. We had to draw it as best we could. I concentrated on my drawing. It wasn't going well. My basketball looked more like a football. Art was not my best subject. I glanced over at Eddie's still life. It was really good. Nice use of space and proportion, Eddie, Mr. Cutler had said as he made his rounds. Eddie beamed. Art was Eddie's second best subject. PE was his first. Josh, try to ball the basketball as a circle instead of an oval. I erased and tried again. Much better, he said, and moved on, even though it wasn't a compliment like Eddie got. At least Mr. Cutler wasn't making my life miserable like Miss Schneidendorf was. When Mr. Cutler was out of earshot, Eddie asked, Hey, Josh, how was lunch? Ha ha, very funny, I answered. I had to spend lunch with Miss Schneidendorf. That really killed my appetite. I know, it's awful, Eddie snickered. He would know, too, considering it was usually him who sat with Schneidendorf. Did you notice how she wipes her mouth after every bite? He whispered. Yeah, what is with that? I guess she's a lady, Eddie said in a girly voice. I laughed. And do you know what else? She was eating this sandwich with this weird-looking meat on it. I overheard Coach Fox ask her what kind of lunch meat it was, and Schneidendorf said it was head cheese. Oh, what is that? Eddie whispered. Schneidendorf said it was made from the brains of a pig. Oh, pig brains, that's zombie food, Eddie said and laughed too loud. Pig brains, zombie food. No, human brains are zombie food, I said. Pig brains are a gateway food to zombiedom. Everyone knows that. She must be some kind of transition zombie, and she's trying to convert Coach Fox, he exclaimed. Mr. Cutler gave us the raised eyebrow. That's the universal teacher sign for you're skating on thin ice. We finished our still life drawing quietly. Mr. Cutler put Eddie's still life on the board as a good example. It really was the best one.